Hi, this is Shu with a little bit of an update on the pg4s. They've been one of the hottest sneakers, Nike sneakers, for this season, mainly because they featured a very long overdue full-length Air Strobel. The full-length Air Strobel was best utilized in the Jordan 11s, and it felt amazing back then, but then they used a very bad midsole, and they did not give the kind of polyurethane PU insole that they used to give in the original Jordan 11s. So when it was retroed, you can't really feel the full-length Air. Not really, not much at all. It felt more like the full-length Air they've used in Air Force 1s, 07s, or whatnot. So this time, the pg4, of course, the midsole it's soft. It's something like Phylon, but it feels better than Phylon. It's super soft and mushy. And the Air Strobel is a full-length Air sole right underneath the insole, so you can really feel it. And the best thing about the Air Strobel is that usually when they have a full-length Air sole, they would have the bubbly bits on the forefoot, and on the heel they will have tubes of the air. So what happens with the tube is more easily compressed than the forefoot. So you'll feel the heel sinking a little bit more. And that's never too good when it comes to impact protection or when it comes to the heel toe drop that you need. So that's solved in the pg4, but unfortunately, even if the foam is a little bit elevated and it does have a minimal amount of heel toe drop, that's not enough, especially because the midsole compound is sticking out like this instead of having it closer to something that you would see in the crazy lights where you would have a faster first step. So why they extended it all the way here, maybe for people who like to go flat-footed or like to land on their forefoot or flat on their midfoot or what, but for basketball, for hooping, when you're taking the first step and when there's this bump, it's not good. And that problem was actually solved along with the imbalance, the lack of balance from the heel to toe drop. Instead of the given insole, which is a super thick Ortholite insole, which feels great, but there is no heel to toe drop. It's uniform, and if you can tell, there's some recycled materials in there. So the Ortholite insole, they absorb moisture and then they start breaking away quite quickly like sponge. So that's not good, and they're kind of a bit too mushy to go with the Air sole, because the Air sole itself, Air Strobel itself, it's quite soft. So people might complain that it's too mushy or it's too high off the ground. So find a thinner insole with a little bit of elevation on the heel. This is one that's used in some of the older Converse models. I'm sure insoles with a little bit of elevation in the heel is available, plenty out there. So find one that fits your needs, whether it's in terms of the thickness. Well, thinner the better. Thinner, but with an elevated heel. Get one of those and push them into the pg4s, and that actually works wonders in terms of neutralizing this thud impact, this thud, I guess, speed killing side effect material here. So it's neutralized when you actually have a little bit more of an elevation and a cushioning in the heel to go with the Air Strobel and the midsole material. So that's the upgrade you should try to do if you want to continue to hoop in pg4s and not feel that aching sensation on your Achilles or other tendons around your ankles. So yeah, Nike, good job, but yeah, next time maybe put a little bit more foam in the midsole, or cut this down a little bit, or have a little bit of elevation on the heel, maybe an insole with a heel air sole unit or Zoom Air. That would be great. So that's something you might want to modify in your pg4s to make a world of difference. And also, the pg4 is really, really short. I realized I went up a whole size and it was still, my toe was constantly kissing the tip of the toe box. So unless you have really small, short, or narrow foot where you always go down half a size in most shoes, personally, I think you need to go up a whole size and a half to have, a good fit for you, especially if you're wearing some thick socks or ankle braces or whatnot. You definitely need to go up at least a size and a half.